It's your girl Sierra. Don't get it wrong. Spell my name right. It's C apostrophe A-I-R-A. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I ran across a video the other day of, how to deal with an absentee parent. So as far as my situation goes, growing up, it was very, I'm not going to say difficult, I just feel like it was very back in the day-ish, to where the person who was supposed to be my father, be my dad, be my hero, and take care of me, opted not to. I did not meet him until I was about 6 or 7, and it kind of made me sit back and wonder, like, who is this? Why am I meeting you? And I've always been the very blunt type, kind of like, who is this? Why am I meeting you? And I felt like once I got to know who he was and what he was to me, it was almost like I wanted to get to know him. I wanted to build that relationship. I wanted us to be able to have that father-daughter piece. As time went on, I felt like, okay, we can give this a try. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Eventually, as you can, clearly tell, time did go on, and it didn't work. Over the years, I was filled with lies. I was filled with hurt. I was filled with anger. I was filled with, distance. More definite details. When I was younger, growing up, I had one brother, actually I had two, that were by this person that I was supposed to call a dad, a hero, a father. So I didn't have any sisters. I felt like, I feel like siblings should get to know each other. They need to know each other. They should be able to build that bond. I never got to build that bond with either one of my other brothers. I have the closest bond with the child by my mother. So fortunate that she had found someone who, loved her for her, took me in, gave me access to his family, and, got to feel that bond with an actual family, instead of, like me just getting to know my mom's side of the family. I feel like, at the end of the day, I know as a human being, regardless if it's biological or not, who my dad is. When you take time out of your life to dedicate it to someone who is not biologically yours, you get the, you get the award. You get the front of the line. You get the top of the line. You get everything that, good can come your way, because, you didn't have to do it. As far as this man goes, who was supposed to father me and who was supposed to be there for me and who was supposed to take care of me and nurture me, just like my dad got the chance to do, and bring your kids together. I've never seen such to where you can care less if your children get to know each other or not. So, all these years, I've just I've put up with it, I've dealt with it, and it's just gotten to be too much, okay? Over the years, I was fed up with, or I was fed lies. Oh, I'm going to take you to Kings Dominion. Oh, I'm going to take you to Busch Gardens. Oh, let's go get some pizza. Oh, I'm going to come pick you up. I'm going to pay for your cell phone bill. It was just like, okay, these lies are just adding on top of each other, basically. And, it got to that point where I was like, when is enough enough? Because I'm not hurting him. I'm hurting me. And little does he realize he's hurting me. But he doesn't care. I felt like, and I still do in the long run, that he will never amount to be a father or, be that grandfather to my kids. When I see you and when my kids see you, it's your name. It's not granddaddy, daddy. No, you were never there. And I just feel like I have this high tolerance level for the in and outs of relationships, friendships. If you want to be in someone's life, okay, you don't pull away because you feel like this person, doesn't need you. You don't pull away from a person because I messed up. You know what I mean? Like, you fix things, you mend things. As an adult, this man should have stepped up to the plate, took care of his responsibilities, and did what he had to do. 18 years later, okay, cool, run off. But it's like, for you all who don't know, I am and was the first daughter. And I was the first child of his. So, at the time when my mother was pregnant, another woman was pregnant. So my brother's mother was. And I'm not really sure how cute he thought that was to do that, because it just played in my mind that it was the same scenario as me, as far as my son. I was pregnant with my son, and his no good father, dad, whatever I guess you want to call it, decided to knock up a freshman when he was 18, and these kids are 8 months apart. So as soon as I was basically in the home stretch of delivering, he was in the home stretch of having another one on the way. And I don't think that that's cute. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's anything. Men don't realize that these are little girls. You, as a man, should have been there to sculpt this little girl into daddy's little girl, okay? When you aren't there, you make it okay for another man to step in and be there. And that's what I'm grateful for. Over the years, I've just gotten fed up with the random, acts of, just eventually this man had 2 twin daughters, and they are the same age as my daughter, and she's 5. I haven't heard from this man since about 4 or 5 months ago, when he wanted me to go birthday shopping for his twins. It's just kind of like, why would I want to go birthday shopping for your twin daughters, right? When you haven't even birthday shop for me a day in your life. So remind me why I'm stopping what I'm doing. At the age of 26, why am I stopping what I am doing and leaving my kids to go and basically birthday shop for your 2 twin girls when you didn't take care of the first one. And don't get me wrong, God can lead you down a path to, owning up and taking care of your responsibilities. And I don't ever see that happening with this person. I see him taking care of who he wanted to take care of, and I see, the way that he wanted it to be. I will never get to know all of that side of the family. I will never get to really have a good standing relationship with my brothers or my sisters, because he feels like it is just okay when it's okay for him to want me to be around them. Luckily, Instagram keeps me and one of my other brothers, in close talking, and I can figure out what he's doing. And, the other one, I don't know. And, my other brother is the same age as my son. He's 9. So, when you just decide to keep popping out kids, knowing that your daughter can possibly one day have kids, and they can be the same age as your kids, I think it's just time to quit. And you got to answer to God later on down the road as far as why you didn't man up and do what you were supposed to do. And, it's 2021 for me. I have a lot of good going for myself. I wouldn't dare, backtrack and try and fix this with him, and try and make it work. It's just been too much hurt over the years to where I would reach out, not get an answer, not get a call back. And I always felt like there was a woman in the picture of his that just stood in front of me at all times. Luckily I had my mom as well to basically be there for me and do what she had to do for me. I think that, since the 1990s, things have not changed in the child support aspect, because all you had to give back then was $40 and you couldn't even keep a job to do that. I just feel like it was the right thing for my family to just say F it, because nobody's going to string along $40 a month just to try and make you pay something that you should be paying, not something that somebody's making you pay. At the end of the day, I just feel like I grew up pretty damn well without him. And I feel that I am just fine. I am in college. I am taking care of my 2 kids. I am working full-time. I am in school full-time. I am, maintaining the house that I am renting. I maintain, keeping up with the car. I maintain just keeping up with my health, because my health is more important than a relationship that is like a Sour Patch Kid. And, I don't have to worry about the turning the back. I don't have to worry about the ignoring. I don't have to worry about none of that. And I feel like the longer that time goes on, that you can't apologize, that you can't man up. And the longer that it takes you just to realize that you lost out on a daughter, even though I know it's like I don't care, I have just always felt like I've been the one to be attacked, as far as, if I say something, oh, he's a good man, he's a good man, he's a good man. It's just like, well, how is this a good man when a good man couldn't take care of his own daughter, his firstborn child? If you can lay there and do it, you can lay there and man up and take care of your responsibilities. I get questioned all the time. Why can't I co-parent with my son's father? And I look at people like, what for? This is the same, it's the same repeat. For me to be pregnant, my son's brother's mother to be pregnant, 8 months apart, my mother being pregnant, my brother's mother being pregnant, and we're 3 months apart. Not taking care of my son, but can take care of his other son. Up until that ended, and then to turn around and have a daughter, with someone you claim is your cousin. It's just crazy, because people feel like they can get out of anything in life, and it doesn't work that way. I've been hurt one too many times, and you as a man should have been there to put the pieces to the puzzle together, and you should have just been there. $40 in child support, $20 in child support, $60. It didn't matter. At the end of the day, you had a child that you should have taken care of. You had a child that you clearly should have been there for, and you had a child that you should have helped raise. And, God has to deal with you. At this point, I feel like I know that there's a lot of other girls, women out here who have an absentee father, dad, parent, and I'm here to let you know you guys are not the only one. There's been nights where I just, needed a break from my mom. The teenage stuff, getting in trouble at school, bad grades, doing this, doing that. You just need a break from your mother. How can I get a break from my mother if I had no father around that should have been there to take me off of my mother's hands sometimes, to, relieve her stress of having to deal with me? So instead of her calling and begging you need to take her, you need to spend some time with her. It shouldn't have been like that, But I just wanted to, let people know nobody is alone in this situation. And this situation right here is it's a ongoing thing that repeats itself in multiple situations. Men, if you're going to lay down with a woman and make a baby, be there. That's all that they ask you for. That's all that we as women ask you for. Be there. Whether it's a boy, whether it's a girl, you're shaping this child into what you want this child to be when they grow up. Do you want to raise your daughter to be some stripper? No. So then therefore you be there and you show her what not to do. Do you men want to do you want your boys to grow up at being in the hood? No. You need to be there. And they won't be doing all that. And, being an absentee parent sometimes is worth the fight, to where you fight for the relationship. Okay? And it could be 30, 40 years from now. Just showing that you can fight for the relationship and not just speaking words upon existence that what you're going to do might change something. It's not going to open the doors wide back open and for you to feel welcomed in open arms. No. It will definitely take some time. It'll definitely take the effort. It definitely will take a village. All the years that you have missed out on, you can never get back. You cannot get back the years of, seeing your daughter get baptized. You cannot see your daughter graduate elementary school, middle school, high school, have her first baby, get her first job, get her first car, college. You'll never be able to see those things. And I feel like a lot of females go through this, and I just felt it was just weighing so deep on my heart that I tell my mom all the time, leave him alone. Don't reach out to him. Don't say nothing to him, please. And I just feel like at this point it's useless. About to be 27 in less than 2 weeks. And I feel like I know who my dad is. Whether he's biologically my dad or not, I know who my dad is. Whether we talk every day, whether we talk every other month, I don't care. I know who my dad is, and I know exactly who I would want my kids to grow up and call Grandpa, Papa, whatever. This other man, there's no chance. There's just no chance. I have forgiven everything that has happened. I will not forget. But I'd rather continue to walk and get right with my life than to continuously let you come in and out, in and out. You gotta have some type of standard, and that's my standard. You're not coming in and out of my life. The door will not keep opening and shutting, opening and shutting, opening and shutting. The door will either stay open, or you can allow the door to be closed.